fight. It was funny.
following show contains language and situations that may be offensive to most people. The views portrayed in the following program are solely the views of the DAG and/or guests of the DAG show, and may offend, anger, disgust, hurt, outrage, shock, antagonize, annoy, nauseate, and occasionally disgruntle listeners. Do not use the DAG show if you're allergic to the DAG show or any ingredients of the DAG show. Please use discretion while listening to the DAG show around monkeys, feral cats, rabbis, baristas, retired city workers, persons named Tom, Olympic cyclists, your mother's ass, third shift Amazon workers, and or past members of the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. If you have any problems listening to the following show, shove them. No one cares, because he's the dag and you're not.
Hold on, I gotta tag some people! Except you people.
Holy mackerel, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope you're all having a great morning so far with this time change. I am the Dag, and this is the Die. Hi, honey.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me? Oh, you don't have your headphones on.
No, I can. We can all hear you just fine.
All right.
You're all golden.
How you doing?
I'm so tired, man. I mean, I worked. I got home. I do these 12-hour shifts, you know, and I got home I left work early, and I got home about 5:30 in the morning, and then because we're making all these changes, and we're here in the new studio, the new Dag Show studio, and I had to get a bunch of things cleaned up. Every time I think I have this all together, I don't, and it turns into a mess the next day. And there's so much stuff. I mean, we have all these shelves, and it's crazy in here.
But it's a nice room.
Oh, it's
the
beautiful.
New old studio.
This was old Studio A. Then we built the Leopard Lounge, and you decided to turn that into our master bedroom. So we have musical equipment in the master suite downstairs, and then we have this has become the studio, which was the gym, and it's next to the pool room, the pool table room, and
slash Studio B.
Yeah, slash Studio C. That's Studio C. We can record anywhere in the house. We have the grand piano upstairs. We have the drum kit downstairs. In the middle of the house, we have this studio and all my stuff. So, I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the Dag Show. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Oh, let me turn that off. I should take that off. There we are. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and follow. Go to thedagshow.com. It's where we're putting up the videos. We had a great interview with Richie Hoffer this week on Wednesday, which was really exciting. And I've known Richie a very long time, and I was very honored that he finally committed to doing this because he was kind of driving me crazy. He committed to it multiple times.
It's not like he doesn't, have one of the busiest bands and
yeah, he's
all
a busy
kinds of things
he's a
going
busy guy. There's no question about it. He's got a lot going on, but so that was a great interview, a lot of fun, and actually since we did the JB Pritzker episode back in 2019, that was the most phone calls I got, especially by music industry players who went, great interview. I had no idea that Richie was so brilliant and such a great businessman and really understood people. It's funny because Richie's been doing this 35 years, and here everybody hasn't been paying attention.
Yeah,
How do you not pay attention to one of the most successful bands in Chicago?
I don't know, maybe people are,
stupid?
Running to get their money out of their banks. I watched that video the other day, actually. It's funny that you brought that up. And the makeup, you had a full beard. You were all covered with facial hair.
It took 2 days to get all that stuff.
Wasn't that fun, though? We ran to the party store.
The J.B. Pritzker thing is what
the
Guy's
J.B.
referring
Pritzker.
to. That went absolutely insane. It was crazy, and even my own family thought it was real when we said I was being arrested by the Secret Service in Illinois. And we put up pictures of Eric Huffman was on the show at the time. He was my co-host before you, and he was on the show when we did that, and he went in his driveway and pretended he was right down the street, and then put up pictures of cop cars in front of a house. The cop cars, nobody caught it. They were from Tennessee, so the picture, it was just a Google picture he put up. And my own family, my kids called me and goes, "You told us never to disparage our name, your name, and not make a fool of ourselves. What are you doing?" I go, It's a parody. It's a joke. Bob, fucking pay attention, you know. But
Lighten up,
yeah,
Alice.
but everybody got really. People who knew me were really freaked out because we drug it on all day long, that J.B. Pritzker thing. But the Richie Hoffer
Which
thing,
means that we didn't let anyone in on it for
no,
like
we
a
didn't
full
let
day.
anybody in it for a whole day. We pretended the Secret Service was coming to the house. It was ridiculous, but it was fantastic. At the same token. But since then, I haven't gotten so many phone calls. And then what's really been interesting is some of the more famous musicians I know and more popular musicians, more well-seasoned musicians, and people who have been around the industry forever in the music industry have called me about the Richie Hofer,
37-hour long.
Yeah. Oh,
interview.
it could have been easily. But we could have easily gone 37 hours because we did 3 hours. That interview was 3 hours, which we had to stop it because now we got there. We got to his studio at 6 o'clock, his house at 6 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. We didn't start the show till 9. We went until 12, and then we went out to breakfast till 4:30 in the morning. We got home. You and I got home at almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. It was amazing, but it was great. Thank you,
for
Richie.
Old people. We did an all-nighter for 2 old people.
Yeah, Mary Grievous was there. I mean, you know, from Berkshire Hathaway.
We had
and
so much fun.
Also NTD Management, and she takes care of all the cruise stuff. Mm-hmm. NTD Cruises and the what do they call it? The Dag of the Seas cruise.
Oh, really?
Is that it's not called Dag of the Seas?
No, it's the Wonder.
Wonder of the Seas. So she handles Mary handles all the, you know, like when we go to Seventh Heaven shows and we know it's going to be packed. She's the one who handles getting us a table.
Sure.
And she works in the real estate side of one of Richie's companies, and she works on the Wonder of the Seas, and she's always there at Seventh Heaven handling, you know, entry and merchant. This woman she handles all kinds of crap. But boy, at breakfast, Richie I don't think you know what people said to me when they called me about that interview is they said, "That's the most quiet we've ever seen you, Dag." We never saw you shut up that long. But how do you get a word?
Well, you didn't want to talk over Richie. He can talk.
Oh, Richie can talk
Yeah.
he can talk as much as me, but it was
entertaining.
It was a Richie show, and I'm glad that you know, we had this opportunity.
He entertained us for like 10 hours.
Yes.
That whole
10 and a half
time.
hours. 10 and a half hours we spent with Richie. That should be a sitcom. 10 and a half hours with Richie. Unbelievable. But it was a great show. So what do you...
So what else is going on in your world?
Well, my world is work, more work. We're excited about the interest we're having in the show nationally. In the Dag Show, yes, there are big things happening with us. You know, we got the promo from Rudy Sarzo and from Dave Elfson, and everybody thinks that they were, you know, we bought cameos. We didn't buy cameos. These are things that Stephen Mueller, who I have nicknamed Stephen Mueller, the Mule. Okay, Stephen Mueller has he was a publicist for actors and actresses and musicians, for Heart, for Kiss, for the Scorpions, for many actors and actresses, and then Stephen got MS. So Stephen's in a wheelchair now, and you know life's pretty difficult for him. And he's taking care of his mom, who's aged and sick, and that's
has a
tough
baby
to do in a
and a
house
baby.
in Brookfield with stairs and things when you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So they have some help, and nurses are coming to take care of it. But Steven also recently got married, and he's having a baby. And, you got all this going, and she lives out of the country and trying to get her a visa. Got all this
You
shit.
think you're busy?
Oh, it's a shit show for the poor guy, right? But I'm calling him the Mule. We're making T-shirts that say the Mule. And we're going to L.A. for the Rock Against MS, which I said we weren't going to talk about today. Just 5 minutes ago, and I totally blew it.
You always do that.
But we're going to that.
Don't say
and
this.
We're going there thanks to Steven, and we're going to go. And since Steven has MS, we're going there with T-shirts.
Are we gonna
have
take some mules?
Support the Mule.
Are we gonna ride some
He's
mules?
the muler.
But are we gonna get 2 mules or ride together on a mule?
No, you
there?
know what Steven said to me the other night? So we're talking. He's like, "Oh, so like I'm a jackass." I go, "No, the difference between a donkey and a mule are very different. It's the breeding. But a mule is what they use, to go across and settle this country, right? They use donkeys too, but that would I could have thought of a reference to that. But I didn't. I didn't think that went through. But no, mules is what they use. You loaded the mules up with heavy things, and they just kept trudging along, And that's Mueller. So
They're higher
it's great
class
to
than a
see him
donkey.
back in. He's back in the business, and he's on the Dag Show team. We got the mule. How lucky am I? That's where I got the tires from Vince Neil.
Mm-hmm.
So from Steven, they were given to him, and he gave them to me, and it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about the whole thing. Is
Are
anybody
you?
here? Oh, Bob Bailey. Hi, Bob. Let's say hello to a few people. William, how are you? Dan Johnson. So am I much better without my sunglasses. Okay, great conversation there. Colleen, how are you? Jim Moritz.
Hey, good morning.
Jim
1096
Moritz
is here.
Jim Moritz is here from Chicago Drum. Okay, he makes some of the finest drums in the world, and he hand makes them himself. This guy's a crazy drum maker. And Jim, from the drum shop.
There was so much testosterone
Anthony
in that
Frank
room.
from
I
1096.
I don't remember everyone in there.
Look at these beautiful people.
I do.
Stephanie is here. Diana's here. Oh, that's you.
Dork.
Anyway, William Tew is watching. Tew.
Is that like a little sneeze? Sometimes it's cute.
Tew. Anyway, listen. We're excited to be here. We're excited to be in the new studio. A lot of cool things going on here at the Dag Show, and we have the interview with Mike Dermott coming up on the 22nd. He's going to be live here in the Dag Show studio, and we have. Hold on, let me pull this up.
Robbie
we have
Gabrowski.
the 25th.
Yes.
At Tailgaters, we will be out there live. 1096 is opening for Seventh Heaven. So I got 2 of, like my 5 most favorite bands in one place in one night. So we'll be at Tailgaters in Bolingbrook, Illinois on the 25th for 1096 and Seventh Heaven. Guys, get your ass out there. Come on out. Say hi to me and Di. But mostly go and see this great music. Go out there and get your rock on, man. Get your 6 on. 1096 is amazing, a powerhouse in original music. And one of the things that this show is all about is really busting the chops of not only clubs, booking agents, and everything. And Joey DeMarco is very good to me, but getting original bands back in the clubs because I'm sick of tribute bands. Cover bands I'm cool with because they cover a lot of music, like Cheap Foreign Cars. I love Cheap Foreign Cars. Awesome. One of the only bands in Chicago playing that genre of music, for an entire night. Cheap Trick and the Cars. Foreigner I can do without, but they play a lot of that stuff in within their set. And they do it very, very well. So go see Cheap Foreign Cars before you pick a tribute band. Go see something where you're going to get a smorgasbord of great rock and roll.
And you might get one of these, right?
Well, that's a Blockchain Coalition. That's an original band. So
Yes.
Blockchain Coalition is April 1st at Tailgaters. So we have 2 events in 1 week at the same place. But Blockchain Coalition, which is Ron Thomas and Tony Angle from Veilside,
Yeah.
one of Chicago's greatest rock bands, and they do a lot of movie and TV work now. They finally did a project, and I'm telling you, we're going to play one of their songs here today.
They're all amazing.
You
really,
gotta,
really.
You got to get there. Come on out. I mean, at the very least, if you don't like any of their music or any of 1096's music, you come just to see me. No, I'm kidding. Don't come to see me. Go to see 1096. Go to see Blockchain or Seventh Heaven on the 25th, and on the 1st, go to see it's Electro Retro, Kevin Lee and the Kings, one of my favorite Chicago bands, and then Blockchain Coalition. The guys in Veilside are coming out of hiding, and this project they've put together. I have got to hear all the music while it's been in the studio, and then Ron sends it to me, and he's like, "Listen to this. What do you think? What do you think? What should we do? What do you think of the mix?" And he's really gracious to share it with me ahead of time.
That's all
but
we listen to. Thank you very much. It's
it's-
all this house has playing.
It's amazing. The music is amazing. You will not be disappointed with the former members, the lead singer Tony Angle and the gay drummer Ron Thomas from Veilside, and you won't be disappointed. This band rocks.
He's a giant. Did you see that picture we
He's
took?
really
So-
not that tall. He's
Well,
like 6'1".
That's tall. He's just a big drummer.
Well, and
So-
he keeps his drums down low, so it looks like Chewbacca
looks
playing
bigger.
his drum kit.
It's an illusion.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All
He
men
needs
love
a
that.
bigger kit.
Illusion.
So what's going on with you?
I can't even talk about it.
All right, good. All right, so let's
No,
move
I've
on.
got 3 jobs. 3 jobs. One of them is taking care of you, and
Wow.
you know I have pretty flowing John Craig hair every morning. It's hard to maintain. It's hard to maintain this.
You think it's John Craig here?
Yes,
Is
he is
that
the
what
most.
you got going on?
Yes, other than you, he falls second to having the greatest hair ever.
I have the most beautiful hair. Look at there's Jim Moritz. Hi, Jim. Man, I'm telling you, we got to get Jim Moritz on the show. I mean, Jim's such a nice guy, and he was showing me videos of him
How nice.
making the drum.
How nice.
Like one of the nicest human beings on the
You
planet.
say that about everybody. Doug
No,
Schoenbach is amazing.
Well,
I
because
love
these
Doug.
people are very kind to me. So
I was
anybody who's kind to me-
joking. I was joking.
like these knuckleheads who send you messages about what a jerk I am.
they
You
don't
know?
even know you. It doesn't matter.
Well, no, it's funny though.
Well, yeah, it's funny.
Jim Moritz is a great
we
guy.
sit up all night talking about him.
We do. I love when guys send you messages and tell you what a clown I am.
I
or
don't.
what a horrible
I don't.
person I am.
I don't. I don't like messages at 2 a.m. when. Anyway, Mike's Drum Shop.
Oh, I got a Mike's Drum Shop.
How about
t-shirt
that?
on. Mike's Drum Shop, 10 East St. Charles Road in Villa Park, Illinois. Mike's my brother, so he gets free commercials.
Gets free everything.
He does. He does. I don't get free. He gets me free stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, those
He
beautiful.
reciprocates.
Yes, he does. He's wonderful. I love my brother, and he's a drummer in Ara.
You know, I've been practicing the legends a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I said that in a
bought that
conversation
kid
the
from-
other. What?
I bought that kid from Mike's Drum
Yeah,
Shop.
whatever. I had nothing to do with it. So somebody reached out. They're like, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm playing on the legend," and he goes, "Is that a famous person?"
I thought you were playing on a famous person. Yeah, just playing on the DAG.
Legend, huh?
Yeah, you never know what they'll
You are
think
a
of it.
legend. You are a legend. There was a post up the other day about somebody being a legend, and I can't remember who it is. And it's like, really? I mean, look it up. What's dangling over there? Put your
No, this is my
put your
Blockchain
dog tag
Coalition
on.
dog tags and guitar pick. I have them.
So we're going to be getting some of those because we've got something coming up, and it's going to be a real special day. But we
Yeah,
don't have.
we're gonna
Gee,
have.
thank you so much for cutting me off. I
Sorry.
really love
Sorry, I
it. No,
got
you
all
go ahead.
excited.
You're all revved
No,
up.
no, you do
You're
it.
going on 40 hours of no sleep since
do
the
it.
Jimmy.
do it.
I almost said Jimmy Hoffa.
Listen, I could fall asleep, but Jimmy Hoffa.
I said Jimmy
You're
Hoffa.
gonna bury me in a football stadium in the cement?
It was Jimmy Hoffer, I said.
Oh.
Or Hofer.
No,
it's
go
Hofer.
ahead. Tell the thing about the thing we got coming up.
The
in
thing
May.
we got coming up is with oh god,
Dinner with the Dag Show.
No, right, but I'm trying to think of his name, and I went blank because you derailed me. Lenny Rago from Panino's. He's got 3 locations?
Yep.
Chicago, Park Ridge, and Evanston. Or
Yep.
doesn't he have one in L.A. so we can go to that one when we head that way?
No, he does not. Not yet.
So he posts all these things about food porn. You know, like how he's slicing his beef and he's manipulating his
He's
soups.
a world award-winning pizza chef. He goes all over the world and competes in his pizza, and he just won the competition in Italy.
Yeah. Can't wait to taste
So
that.
Panino's in Park Ridge, Panino's in Evanston. I can't remember where the other one is, but we're setting up. It's the preliminary date is May 16th, and I'm trying to turn this into a Dag and Richie birthday party. We'll see if we can do this.
Does Richie know this?
I sent Richie a message the
Happy
other day.
birthday.
I don't know if he's going to do it. I don't, if Richie's birthday, here's a funny thing. So Richie as a kid lived in Des Plaines. Me as a kid lived in Des Plaines.
Mm-hmm.
His birthday's May 17th. Mine's May 19th. We're both in the music business. He took over my studio. I took over his the other night. There's these, and we have the same ideas on the same understanding of the music business from both of us being on both sides of it. Richie and I have a lot in common. So I thought it would be fun if we did it a Dag and Richie birthday party on the 16th. But I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off with Richie being there. We'll see.
That's all right. We're going to have a bunch of midgets and
no, we're not.
circus
Don't
cats.
tell people there's going to be midgets there. Anyway, we'll be selling tickets for this. There's only 30 seats available. And you get a Dag swag gift bag, it's some swag in it, T-shirt, coffee mug, who knows what else will be in there. And
A hairbrush.
and
A hairbrush, so
and
your
the
hair is
fu-
perfect.
And the food and drinks, it's all included. So we're working on setting this up. It's the preliminary date is May 16th. So mark your calendars. But the ticket prices aren't cheap. The food's good. It's all you can eat. Eat like a pig, But you get to hang out with us, and I'm easy. I'm just not cheap. I used to use that line all the time. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
But
You're learning, honey.
anyway, hopefully you guys will come out. Hi, Jeremy's here. RJ's here. We're doing this through Switcher, through our broadcast software, and we're noticing that there's some differences than going straight to Facebook, but we have more control over the video and audio and everything doing it this way. So pay attention, people. This is how it's all going to go down. And don't forget to go to thedagshow.com, and you can go to at the Dag Show USA/YouTube.com or YouTube.com/the Dag Show USA.
Do they go there right from here? People were asking, or do you have to upload it into YouTube?
No, you can go. It's YouTube.com/the Dag Show USA, and that brings you right to the page. But you don't even need to go there. You just go to thedagshow.com.
Yeah. Listen to you.
Listen to me. And you know what? I know you can't see it on camera, but that
here, hold
light by Steve
If I move, will they see it?
Willisiak, I love that light. Yeah, I don't.
It's in the way.
Well, no, you're in the way. No. Yeah, that's in the way. There you go. See that light? Steve made that. That's so cool. And it's a light we can take on the road with us when we can hang it behind us. But it's very cool. At the end of the day, I just like it being mine and being in the studio. So go ahead. You can sit back down. We'll post up his business. He makes these really cool acrylic lights with LED lighting behind him. And I posted some of his stuff before, but I'll post his link.
And
to
yours
his,
will say the Dag Show as well when you order one. I'm just
lock me into that date. You got it, Bob Bailey. You'll be locked into that date. Again, there's only 30 tickets. We're going this once we confirm the date for sure, which I think it's going to be May 16th. We will send out invites, and the first 30 people get them. The tickets, going to be honest with you, tickets are going to be like $99 a piece. But you're going to have all you can eat. I think you get 2 drinks with it, is what we're agreeing to. But Lenny Rago and Panino's has the best Italian beef in the city of Chicago that people don't know about. And he's a world-renowned pizza chef. World-renowned.
Yeah, you
Winning
said that.
contests all over the world. So you'll be able to stuff your pie hole probably
Endlessly all night.
endlessly all night. I guess
think
we're
he
gonna
has-
we're trying to figure out, do we do this 2 or 3 hours? But we're gonna do a live show there. You're gonna go into the kitchen with them and see how they make this stuff. It's all gonna be live. It's
Is
gonna
he
be
gonna
cool.
let me cook?
Well, I don't know if they'll let you touch anything.
What?
I don't know. You have to talk to Lenny about
I'm
that.
not gonna even ask. I'm just gonna do.
Well, there you
I want to
go.
make a pizza.
Well, Lenny, I'm sure Lenny will let you make a pizza.
put gloves
Teach you how to
on.
make a pizza. Well, of
I don't-
course, he's not going to let you touch food without gloves.
No, I think I might teach him a few things about making pizza.
bring mittens. Bring mittens. He will only let outsiders
Angora?
cook with mittens.
Angora.
Angora
so
mittens.
when you find a little in your piece, you'll know I made it.
No, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, why don't we go ahead and play a song, come back, and talk
We'll
about
talk
some
about a
of
few
the-
things
the
that are happening in the
topics.
world. It's
And-
not all about you, baby.
No, it's all about me. But what I'm going to play here now, oh, Jesus Christ.
You deleted everything?
I don't,
What? Finish a coherent sentence. Ba-dum bum bum bum. Which one are you gonna play?
I'm going to play some Blockchain Coalition.
All right. Because they're
Okay.
amazing, and they know it
Can you keep talking while I
so
try and
much
do this?
better. What does that mean? Oh, he doesn't have his glasses on because he has a hat on. That's why. These lights are killer on your eyes when you get old. You get like that halo over your head. It'll be a great show. See, I'm getting things like on a delay through here, but I'm trying to read some of the comments. Yes, we're gonna lock you in, Mr. Bailey. I can't wait to meet you, Mr. Bailey. It's been
All
a
right.
long time, so now I have to be quiet because he's got the song coming up.
I'm going to play some Blockchain. Let's enjoy this. This is Blockchain Coalition, All That I Know. This is going to be amazing. Get out there April 1st. We'll be right back here on the Dag Show.
Yes,
The fuck just happened?
it went. Whoosh. You hit a button.
No, I didn't touch anything.
Well, maybe it's playing.
No, it's not. We'd hear it. Hello? 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 What's going on?
Well,
Did we lose audio?
that had to be the first bloop bloop. Hold on. Nope, I can hear you fine and dandy.
What the hell's happening here with...
Is his address on here? No. Why didn't Mike put his address on his mugs? He should have done that.
I don't know, is this song playing?
Let's see. No, nothing, honey.
What the hell is going on? All right, well, I guess we're not playing All That I Know.
Well, why don't I just put it on here?
No.
Why not?
Because you have to go through the board.
It doesn't hear our mic?
No, don't do it. We're set up through
Yes,
the board.
I heard you 2 times saying that.
Okay,
And I
don't
didn't
do it.
it.
Here, So what's going on here? What happened to this?
Did you turn up the volume on it? Let's,
What's going on here? Why is this doing this? I don't get it.
so many chords in here.
I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's everything worked fine for 4 hours, and then I get in here and everything goes to hell in a handbasket.
You started on time. Everything was perfect.
Everything was right on the money.
And now this.
And now this. All right, so let's take that out. Let's try this again. I mean, this is...
Stuff happens. It's okay.
No, it's really not okay. It's very frustrating.
It's not intentional. So you can't, what are you going to do? Freak out? No, I don't see this.
Here we go. Blockchain Coalition. All that I know. We'll be right back here on the deck. All right. Apparently, we're back.
What?
I don't know why it's
It keeps doing that whoosh. When it stops, it's like it just doesn't want to.
overblowing everything.
It's tired. It's exhausted.
Why would it be tired? Why
Well,
would
'cause you had-
YouTube be tired?
You had that. You had that board at Richie.
YouTube's
Richie
never
Hofer.
tired of ruining everything in my life.
It's Richie Hofer. You had it at his house, and that
don't
it's
get it.
exhausted. That's all right. Let's see here. What do we got?
One more time.
One more time. I think you're crossing into something. That's what I mean. Maybe you've got two plugs in the wrong slot.
Because everything plays.
Put it in the right socket.
It just keeps shutting off at the same point all the time. Why? I played the song 10 times today. YouTube, this is when I start to get frustrated with technology, because YouTube can kiss my ass at that point.
Yeah, I heard it all morning.
Yeah.
Over and over. It's all right. Let's talk about something
it's
else.
Not all right.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to figure this out right now.
All right, let's see. What do we got going on in the
Here.
world here? We've covered all of my bullet
Nothing.
points.
Well, Blockchain Coalition won't even play.
Come on, Ron. Come on, Tony. What's going on here?
It's got to be your fault.
It is their fault.
Hands down, it's their fault.
I can't believe this on the comics, how they can actually, it's a beautiful cover.
Oh, yeah, we should talk
I
about
just can't believe how graphically,
Graphic? How graphically graphic?
how
that is?
graphically sensual and seductive this is. So maybe if I keep talking, it'll want to.
Hold on.
It'll want to. No, let it go. Maybe it'll.
Have we?
No, I
No,
don't
we
think
haven't
so.
we haven't lost audio for us.
Let's see here. No.
That's bizarre.
Sounds good.
That is really weird. Here, let's see if that happens with
With another song,
yeah, with
1096.
yeah. Let me see if that's happening. with
That would be
1096.
funny if it just started playing 1096 and not Blockchain Coalition. Sorry,
Blockchain
Rod. Sorry, Tony.
Playing 10.
Probably because you played out Blockchain Coalition so much. I'm kidding. It did it. It just did it.
It's fine. It's playing everything fine. But it's not playing
Well, play
Blockchain
something.
Coalition.
Play something.
No, You know what? I might have to do. I might have to. What am I gonna play now? I mean, how do I fix this?
Okay.
He only wants to play 1096. What the hell is going on? Holy moly.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to the Dag Show. He's Dag and you're not.
Yeah, right? You don't want to be me right now. This is embarrassing.
Just play something. You just called a song up. It doesn't.
All right,
It's not
here's-
something
here's-
that we can actually work on right now live.
All right, hang on.
Just put it on.
Well,
We're at the halfway mark.
right.
Play.
Well, I can't just. It just doesn't happen that fast.
But you just had 1096 playing.
Right, but I just played that song. I don't want to play it again. The same
Well,
freaking song.
they might not
again.
have been up.
Can I get another song?
Can you?
Yes, I can. I'd love to play a Blockchain Coalition song, but no, I can't do that. Here, let me find a 1096 song. Oh, we'll play this one. Little Elvis by 1096. We'll be right back here on the Dag Show.
Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rise.
Listen, I have no answer for what the hell is happening with this. This is aggravating the hell out of me. So sorry, everybody. So it's apparently, yep, just gonna unplug that, and there we go. And YouTube can kiss my, you know what?
All right, we got like 28 minutes, roughly.
Hi, George. How are you?
Why don't we get to some interesting topics? I think everybody's.
Condor amplification's here. Oh God, I want a Condor guitar. Is what I want. What are you talking about? What do you
Oh,
mean
you know
can't
what?
hear me, Dan Johnson?
You know
Open
what?
Your ears.
As far as guitars, we need a few more guitars on the wall.
Well, no.
And that.
I
What do you
have
mean?
Crush.
What do you mean? No.
No, I said I know. Crush is coming back here.
Crush is coming back here.
Crush
Crush
is
has
coming
been gone for like 17 months.
since November. But Crush has been getting new tuning heads, getting set up, and a lot's been going on.
And it's gonna go right there.
It's going right next to that one, Orange Crush.
What kind is it?
It's a Gretsch. It's a semi-hollow body Gretsch.
How many strings are on it?
77 strings.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really weird. Neck's this big. It's huge.
So you're gonna have to have an arm and finger
Well, no,
implant.
I have these extension fingers I
You
put
didn't
on.
even listen to what I was gonna say.
'Cause I
What
don't
is
know.
wrong with you?
There's a lot of things wrong.
Maybe you're like the song playing. No, seriously, how many strings are on it?
It's a 6
You know, not
string.
everyone watching is a guitar guru, my
It's
dear.
a 6-string guitar, electric
Okay,
guitar.
so there's some
semi-hollow body.
5 and some 7s.
Okay, I'm not a 7. I'm not Toshi.
So it's a 6-string.
It's like all the guitars in here, 6-string guitars.
You're such an ass.
I know. No, I'm not a 7-string player. I've never played a 7-string guitar.
Maybe you should.
For
Maybe one
why?
of those guitar strings will snap off and shoot you in the mouth.
Wow. That doesn't sound sweet.
I know, right? We all say things that are stupid sometimes.
I don't remember me ever saying anything stupid.
So it's orange. That's why you call it Crush.
Yeah, see, that the normal audio is fine.
So it's orange. Is that
It's
why you call
orange,
it
yeah.
Crush?
Yeah, it's orange, metallic, sparkle,
Uh-huh.
semi-hollow body Gretsch.
And where is it?
It's Doug Schoenbeck has it over at Sam Ash, but Doug Schoenbeck, one of my favorite Chicago guitar players, next to like Anthony Frank. Doug's amazing. Talk about versatile. That guy's about as versatile gets. He'll play country, he'll play rock, he'll play metal, he'll play anything. Jazz. He can play Middle
7-string?
Eastern music like sitar. He has a 27-string sitar. He plays in a Charles Manson band called Charles Manson Band.
Really?
Yeah, and he
He never mentioned that at the
no,
at
he
when
just
we went
sings
out for
songs.
lunch
He
that
sings
day.
songs about murder and things. It's
Oh,
really
that's
terrible.
nice.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Doug
He
is one
does.
of the listen. I get this vibe about people like from the get go. It takes me about 7 seconds to pick up on this inner vibe that I have. And Doug is really a genuinely really great all around guy.
I have
All
to,
around.
I have to reset.
His wife
this-
is one lucky lady. I gotta say that.
Oh, she's wonderful too.
Well, she must be to attract a wonderful guy like Doug. You know, I was thinking if Doug had his own podcast or his own show, it would be the Doug Schoenbeck,
It would
show.
be too mellow.
It would be the Doug
It
Schoenbeck
would be
show.
like it would be like that.
How cool would that be if you
No,
had that
it
last
would,
name?
He would no, because he's too mellow. He wouldn't.
The
I don't-
name. I'm talking about the name.
Well, the name, but once you
The
get past the name and you get there,
Schoenbeck
Doug would be
show.
like, "Listen, man, love, peace."
Now you're talking like David Moss. I love David Moss.
Hey, man, you don't know, man. I mean, David Moss was like 2 pump thrusts away from being.
Be careful.
No. What was cowbell? Why all of a sudden can't I think of his?
Because you weren't supposed to say
No,
it. That's
cowbell.
why.
Cowbell guy, actor.
Will Ferrell?
No,
What are you
no,
talking
the guy
about?
who played the Bruce Dickinson.
Were you talking about? I'm Christopher
Christopher Walken, yeah. But David Moss is like, hey man, I was here, man, and I didn't feel the beat. And the beat, you go into the 5/6 time, man, and it's just it doesn't fill the hole the way that I need the hole filled.
You gotta have more of a draw. He's kind of like
Okay, why don't you do impersonations? before you
David's
start
more.
criticizing
David's
me?
more like, hey man, like that.
I'm gonna try this song again.
You don't pay attention to how people really like.
No, I don't pay attention. That's why everybody said my David Moss impersonation was awesome.
They were all.
'Cause I don't
They were
fucking
all.
pay attention.
They were all fireballed.
Oh, whatever. Hold on, I'm going to try this again. Because this is really good, this rendition of Elvis.
And
nothing. Zeros. I don't know. I wonder if that's the Bluetooth device. That
Okay,
went to hell
so
in a
if I'm
handbasket.
getting a little derailed and little, maybe other people might be too.
Well, I'm not derailed. I'm just
This
trying
is
to
a little
accomplish
bit of
that-
a derailment.
Okay, well, shit
It's been
happens.
five. It's been
Ask everybody where
7
their show is.
It's been 7.
You guys all wake up and do a show and entertain me.
of
Would
try-
be nice on a Sunday morning for somebody to
You
entertain
know who's
me.
laughing right now, and he's probably not even up. Ron Thomas. He's probably
I don't
laughing.
even know Ron Thomas. I don't know who Ron Thomas is.
Can't hear it. Can't hear it. DJ Dan Johnson. Okay, we get it. We know. It's
Yeah, it's so weird, man. I wonder, did it switch to a different?
this is
There's
where
music
this is when we can say that Facebook might have some interference and things. No?
This has nothing to do with Facebook.
Are you sure about that?
100%.
What does it have to do with then?
It has to do with. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
See?
No, I pulled this out.
Right.
Don't give me the C.
The sea to shining sea. I'm making you try to think here. Like maybe it's a plug. It's this. It's that.
Stop talking.
What-
That would be
Wait. When I stopped, when I don't say anything,
Talk here. Say something, please, guys are dead air.
and then when I say something,
Can you please stop?
yes,
Right.
my lord. May I please you?
Here.
Is it gonna work?
All right, this is. So, here's the thing. This is Burnin' Love, Elvis, done by 1096. Be right back. On the next show. Guys. Well, and it shut off again. So it's got to be I don't know. Can only be a Bluetooth issue. You're back live.
Yeah, I know. If you are,
Okay.
I am.
Well, that was 1096. I'm glad you enjoyed 14 seconds of it.
Check them out on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I put the link up before. But yeah, it's all fucking stupid now.
So what made them want to do an Elvis? Did he ever
I don't know. You'd have to
reiterate?
ask them. They do it well.
Well,
I mean, what
I guess they do it
what
well.
makes
So
you
I
wanna
got.
make
Let me reach.
chicken pot pie?
Let me
little
reach out
tiny-
right now to 1096 and ask them why. I just
Yeah.
thought maybe in a conversation you guys, you
Yeah.
know,
Because you just
spoke.
do. Because as a band, you just pick songs.
I would,
I don't know. Why would you ask me what 1096? Why they?
Cause your kisses lift me higher, like a sweet song of the choir. Yeah, like that morning sky with burning love.
shut off.
There's a Bluetooth interruption. I think it's coming from upstairs. Okay, let's try this again. Burning Love, cover.
Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rise.
All right, I'm done. I'm done trying. Fuck YouTube. And I know I'm not, Dino doesn't want me to swear on the show anymore, but I got to tell you.
Well, you blew it right there.
Yeah, I
Good job.
Blew it a couple times. Well, I'm curious now because let's see if the promo plays. Okay.
So it's none of the things that you mentioned.
The following show contains language and situations that may be offensive to most people.
Gotta be
The
something.
views portrayed in the following
related to,
program are solely the views of the DAG and/or guests.
YouTube just doesn't want me to play anything.
All right, can we move on here, please?
Yeah. what
Now
do you
we've
wanna
spent
talk about? Do you have any
17.
topics?
We've spent 17 minutes trying to play a song.
Do you have any topics?
Excuse me?
Do you have any topics
Well,
that you want to
yeah,
discuss?
we've had we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about Facebook and the restrictions. We're going to talk about the banks that are now collapsing. I mean, what the hell is going on? What's happening in the world? You're the guy that knows everything. I'm the girl that asks the questions. I wanted
it's
to
a
know
real
why
s- it's a-
1096 played an Elvis rendition. I want to know why the banks are collapsing. What's going to happen? Is it going to bleed into our banking here in Illinois, or has it already? Bank of America's next? What's going on? Can you answer any of my questions?
Sure.
Go.
Joe Biden's president. There you go. That answers all the banking
That's
questions.
it, huh?
Democrats have too much control. They have completely, I'm sorry to my Democratic friends out there.
Don't say you're
You have
sorry.
You've destroyed this country. The Democratic politicians have let their Democratic constituents down. Liberals, the young people, are taking over ridiculous ideologies that have been indoctrinated and they've been brainwashed by the educational system. I mean, it's really that simple. We're watching it happen with your kids. How
educational
the high
sys-
school.
It
how the
has
hi-
to,
Okay, you asked me to answer the question.
but it has
so
to do with the banking collapse. The
listen to me. No. Banking is collapsing because banks cannot sustain the nonsense that this administration is putting out. We were in good, we were doing well as a society before Joe Biden took office. Period. There is not a single piece of data that you can provide to me that will show that we are better off under Joe Biden than we were under Trump. I don't care if you like Trump. Trump is not our friend. He's not somebody you're going to eat dinner with. That's not why you hire a CEO of a company. It's not why you hire a leader of the country. You hire somebody who's going to make change, affect change, and make your life better. Or in the issue of a business, build a better product. Trump built a better product of America. Joe Biden ruined it, period. I'm not going to argue with anybody about this anymore on the internet because all it does is get me in trouble because Facebook is a fascist, lying bunch of shitbags who do nothing but restrict the truth. Tucker Carlson has been exposing, and most of those videos we saw already. Then they were taken away. I've already seen all those videos Tucker Carlson's put out. It's not because DOJ sent them to me, because those were the first videos that came out, and then they disappeared. Already saw them. And I said on January 6th, that evening, that it was all bullshit. It wasn't true. And then everybody attacked me. Oh, boy. It's not a fucking insurrection. Come on, man. Listen, the banks are collapsing because the economy, it cannot sustain a 9% fucking inflation rate. Joe Biden has no right to take taking credit for lowering gas prices 40%. And his 23% tax increase is literally a 30% tax increase. If you know how to work a fucking calculator, you would know that it's complete and utter bullshit. It's bullshit. Stop listening to Don Lemon, Rachel Lesbian Maddow. Stop listening to these people. By the way, Rachel Maddow looks more like a man than she ever did.
So why is it at that bank there in California? If it's a Joe Biden issue,
you know, I don't have all the information. It just happened yesterday. I don't have all the information on it. But listen, banks don't crash. You know, arbitrary. I very rarely do banks shut down. This is the second largest bank closing, destructive bank closing in American history.
Well, most of the accounts they have there are business accounts.
They're huge.
That's
and the
why.
FDIC is promising by tomorrow to have up to $250,000 for everybody. What about people who got millions of dollars in their bank? This is
That's the only amount
Joe
anywhere.
Biden has destroyed the economy.
250,000. Everyone's accounts are insured up to 250,000. What about these business? They've got. What do you mean? All right.
No, you're right.
That bank in particular has more business accounts and bonds that they're 40%. Most of the
it's the second largest bank failure in American history.
I heard you say that. What
Right.
I want to know, because I only looked this up yesterday when everyone was talking about this whole thing happening. You know, to me, what's going on in California? What is going on?
First of all, California is a terrible, terrible state. It's so liberal. I mean, come on, man. I don't want to get into this today talking about California because California isn't worth my time. It is a shithole now. Overtaxed, overinvested, overappraised, and loaded with people shitting in front of businesses and heroin needles everywhere. California is not worth my time. The best thing that could happen is an earthquake and push that whole entire shithole state into the sea. Push it right into the sea. It's done. You know, California makes policies, the craziest policies, liberal policies, always start in California.
Everything starts in California and bleeds this way to the Midwest.
No,
so
no,
it's coming this
not
way
ever-
with the banks. It's coming this way. So don't say, you can't, you have to care about what's happening in California.
Listen, here's the deal. As long as this Biden administration and Democrats are allowed to continue to play the games they're playing, there's no stopping it. We let government get too big. Ronald Reagan said it best. The problem isn't the people, it's the government. It's the government. So Hope you're all fucking happy now when you can't, all you libtards can't get your fucking money out of the bank, because the bank is done with you. They were lined up around banks in California.
Yesterday, pulling them as much money
Trying
as they
as they
could
could.
out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
you haven't devastated people enough. In California, milk's been $5 a gallon for a long time. Gas is $6 a gallon, $5.50 a gallon. California is literally, in my opinion, an absolute shithole. I mean, I'll go to LA for an event, but I don't want to spend more than not a minute more in that pile of shit state than I have to. Don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to step over homeless fucking drug addicts who throw feces at human beings. I don't want to be there. But I'll go to support an event and rock and roll. But other than
In
that,
and out,
ain't
in
a
and out.
fucking chance in hell you're going to get me to hang out.
Can we go to In-N-Out Burger? I never had that. Can we go there?
Oh, yeah, In-N-Out Burgers is shit,
We'll
man.
be in and out of LA
In-N-Out.
Woo.
We're going to be in and out of L.A.
Yep.
with a burger.
quickly.
Yes. California's just Gavin Newsom's a fucking idiot, and that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know any other way that you can slice it or justify it. You can't justify this moron's actions, behaviors, and how he has completely destroyed the state of California. He has. It's that simple. You want to argue the point with me? I'm open for a good debate.
And Trump wants
Bring
to,
it.
what, when Trump gets reelected, he wants to put up tents. Is that what he said? To enclose all the homeless people?
I
that
heard
what's-
something about that, but I didn't hear Trump say that. So I don't know.
Okay, well, if it is a fact, then people are getting mad at that. And what's so wrong with that? Because it actually would be beneficial to them. Because, a lot of people that are on the streets want to be on the streets. They have mental illnesses and whatever else is
I
going
don't
on in their
want
life.
tents all over the country.
It's not all over the country. It's not. It's like a community, so to speak, so that they can have that perception that they're on the street, but they're not. They're being actually better taken care of. It's not a bad thing. Everybody looks at everything like it's a bad thing.
Listen,
they always jump to the
hold on
to
a
the
second.
negative part
San
of everything.
Francisco did the tent thing,
Yeah.
and it wound up costing the taxpayers $65,000 a tent.
Everything costs the taxpayers. Everything.
The tents were $340 each. It wound up costing $65,000 a tent because of the bureaucracy. No, I don't want people, American citizens, living in tents while jagoffs come across the fucking border and get apartments. No, we're doing it wrong.
Well,
doing it
well,
wrong.
at least it's an idea to encapsulate them.
Well, I got an idea. Shoot
Keep-
me to Mars and put me up in a hotel there. There's an idea.
You want to get shot to Mars?
I mean, that's how stupid it is. You just don't. You don't bring illegal immigrants into this country. That you do not vet at all, not for health, not for whether or not they're drug cartels or whatever the case may be. But then chastise the American people and leave the American citizens living in tents while you put illegal immigrants in hotels and apartments. No, you don't do that. That's complete.
Which, by the way,
and utter
our
fucking
taxes, we're
bullshit.
paying for them too. We pay for everything. We're paying for them.
Paying
For every illegal, we're paying
yeah,
for.
of course we are.
Right. So
Yeah,
why
we
not at
shouldn't
least
be.
help our American citizens here in some way?
Listen,
Because most of them are veterans.
83 million people apparently think this is a great idea. So
Well, sometimes you got to try things to see whether they're great or not.
it's been tried already, and it didn't work fucking 60 years ago, and it's not working today. We already tried this bullshit with migration. All it does is fuck up everything.
Hey, language.
Well, it does. It makes a mess of everything, and it's just stupid.
All right.
It is. We shouldn't be letting people into this country who don't have the right to be here. We certainly shouldn't, I mean, isn't it kind of funny that, you know, you got the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, and then now we got the migration thing, and there's all this whole human trafficking thing tied to both of them. I'm not saying that Jeffrey Epstein has to do with anything with migration, but the same shitty people are doing the same shitty things.
Well, apparently, like, we're the land of the free, right? So everyone has a right to come here legally. That's the
Legally.
difference.
No,
So you can't say
hold on,
that.
you're saying that wrong.
Okay.
Everybody has the right to apply to come here legally, to apply for a visa, to apply for citizenship, to apply for asylum. You just don't have the right to walk over the border.
I didn't say that.
No, that's exactly what you said.
No, it's
you
not.
said everybody has the right to come here.
Legally. No, no, rewind. I said
can't rewind.
every,
We're live.
legally.
But I will when we're done with
legally. I said legally.
But you
didn't
don't
hear
have
that.
the right to come-
legally, but you have
Why
the
are you
right
yelling at me?
because you don't let me finish to explain.
I let you finish.
You have
and then
the
I
right
responded.
to come here legally. There are legal.
You don't
There
have-
are legal things that you have to do to get here.
Doesn't mean you have the right to be in the country because you take the legal steps.
Why
You're
not?
missing the point.
Why not?
Because you can not be denied even though you take the legal steps.
That's the second step to becoming legal here. When you first do the paperwork.
Why
That's
are you
what that
fighting
means.
with me on
But
this?
that's what that means. You're fighting with me. That's what that means. Because you're saying I didn't say it right. I did.
You don't. You have the right to apply.
Right.
You don't have the right to come here legally.
That's the
necessarily.
legal process to apply. And then if you get denied, that's because you had a criminal background for whatever, terrorist or whatever was involved in your life. And then they
Then
deny
say it.
you.
Right. You have the right to apply.
Legally. That's
Legally.
but that's legal.
Right.
Applying is legal.
But that's not the same as the right to get in, which is what you said.
No, I
you
didn't.
have the right to come here legally.
Legally.
You have the right to apply legally. This is where everybody is fucking lost. This is what aggravates me about people and talking about immigration. You apply. You don't have the right to a job. You have the opportunity to apply. You can be denied for that job because you are not qualified for the job. You have the right to apply to become an American
just
citizen.
said.
You can be denied your citizenship because you are not
Right.
qualified to be an American citizen.
Right.
Let's talk about the fucking terminology properly. We get lost in words and semantics. That's a fucking problem.
That's what it
now
means.
we don't even talk about words and semantics. We just let them come over the border. If you can swim across the Rio Grande, you don't even have to take a COVID test. But to work at Walgreens, you do. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. People not from America do not have the right to shit in America. They have the opportunity. Let's be clear, folks. If you have friends or whatever, and you know people in other countries, you have an opportunity to apply and potentially an opportunity to become a citizen. You don't have the right to become an American citizen.
But it's happening anyways. Doesn't matter what you're saying. Legal or not, they're walking across. It doesn't even matter at this point.
But that's where the problem lies.
Well, no kidding.
We're in agreement
No
on that.
kidding. So why argue legalities? I
Because-
just said that the legal way is the right way to apply.
The reason
But
we
they're-
are. The reason we argue legalities is because it's all about the legalities. It is illegal to come into this country
Nothing's
without
happening.
fucking permission.
But nothing's happening.
Okay,
So keep
well,
keep
wait a minute.
saying
Don't
it.
be fucking mad at me about it.
Oh, I'm not mad at you. This is a discussion. There's a difference.
Okay, no, you've been shouting your words at me. Now I'm shouting. Now you got
No,
me
you
shouting.
started shouting.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
All right,
We'll
listen.
have to watch.
Okay, stop.
You stop.
You
Then I'll stop. See how calm we are now? Go ahead.
You do not have a right to come to this country, period. It is a privilege to be in America, not a right. If you want the right to be here, you apply for a visa. If you want the right to stay here, you apply for citizenship. You understand? There is this whole idea that you just walk across the border and you're a citizen. And I'm telling you, in the trucking industry, you know this, Di. I have talked to numerous people. And they go, oh, no, they just brought me here and I'm not. Are you a citizen? No, I'm not a citizen, but I can stay here as long as I want and go home anytime.
They're
I want.
milking the system. They don't give a rat's ass. They don't care.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You cannot blame them when the government puts policies together that allows this to happen.
Why can't you blame? They can't take
They're
own it?
not required. This
Why
is
are you
what
yelling?
because it
Stop
aggravates
yelling.
me. You're not
Stop.
listening.
I am listening.
The government said, hey, fucking Somalis, come here and drive a semi poorly, and you can stay here indefinitely. And you do not have to become a citizen. That is a fact, and that is exactly what happens in this country now.
Right, but take responsibility. If you're going to say that it's okay, and somebody goes, you know what, I don't think it is right. They're going to just do it anyway. They're just going to come here anyway and milk the
really?
system.
You think somebody who comes from a third world country is going to when the American government is going, hey, come here, we'll pay for you to come here.
It's not a third world. Those people.
Somalia is a third world country.
No, they're modernized.
Most of South America, most of everything south of our American border is a third world country.
Okay, but if they can speak such clear English like you...
They don't speak clear English. Where are you coming up with these things? Do you think people from Somalia speak clear English?
That's what I'm saying is the third world isn't coming here to drive trucks.
Diana.
Yes.
Yes, they are. They are being shipped here. That is why the trucking industry is dominated by people from Russia, people from Czechs, people from Serbia. That's who runs the trucking industry. Now, I'm not saying that those three countries are necessarily third world, but where do they
That's what I'm
Where
saying.
do they grab the drivers? When you got the people who own the companies are from the three countries I just named. They're getting their drivers from third world countries. That is what makes up a lot of the trucking industry today. Somalis. What are you looking up? You're going to go ahead and have an argument with
No,
me?
I'm not arguing with you.
Well, what are you looking up?
Why?
Well, because we're in the middle of a discussion, then you turn away and you're Googling?
Because I just don't think that third world, they're not citizens. Third world people living in the desert with they don't even know how to drive a car are coming here and driving a semi.
Since 1987,
That's
the
what I'm
federal
looking up.
government has been funding companies like J.B. Hunt and Schneider, Swift, C.R. England, to take on immigrants from fucking the most obscure countries you could imagine and paying them a stipend to turn them into truck drivers. You don't think that's true? You and I have had this conversation a million times.
Okay.
When companies like J.B. Hunt and Schneider get paid $15,000 a person to bring an immigrant over here. Why? Because they'll work for less. And now you got guys. I was making 64 cents a mile in 1988. You know what they're paying today? 64 cents a mile. Do you know how that happens? Because you bring fucking people from other countries who will work for fucking 24 cents a mile for 20 years.
Well, they won't. They're not willing to work. That's all they're given. And then they want Americans to compete against that. No, because they feel they're better.
Diana, the entire transportation industry is made up of about 60% migrant fucking companies or migrant company owners who do not have to have citizenship in this country to own a multi-million dollar generating corporation.
We're just having a
because you're
discussion.
wrong and you're
Okay,
pissing me off. You're aggravating me on this because we've talked about this.
Well, being wrong, I'm not. I never claim to be always right, and you shouldn't either. So being wrong is about a discussion.
you're-
That's what we're doing here. We're discussing it.
Okay, we're
so
discussing it.
my-
So if you don't like the way I
the-
discuss it, then we have a problem.
The original thing that I said here when I brought it up was, do you blame them? Again, with
Blame who?
With anybody coming here for a better opportunity, I don't blame them.
I never blamed anybody
but-
for wanting a better opportunity.
okay.
The conversation
is
was
how it's-
about our government letting people in.
Allowing them, and then the people take the initiative to come across the border. Okay, why are you shaking your head?
Because that was not the conversation. The conversation was about illegal migration, allowing people to come across the border, allowing people residency here, permanent residency. That's what they call it, I believe. Permanent residency, not permanent citizenship. They are not required to take a constitution test.
My point
the last
is
guy, the last guy I worked for.
The point.
The
my-
last guy I worked for is Serbian. He's been here for 15 years. He's not required to have citizenship.
It's not
he has
their
permanent,
fault.
He's given permanent I didn't say it's his fault.
Well, you.
I
That's how
never
this-
said it was his fault.
This is how the-
about the government
Yeah.
fucking this up.
Right, the government. Exactly. That's why I said the legal process.
But I
isn't-
still want these fuckers kicked out. Bye. Get out of my
What
country.
you want-
don't belong here. You're not a citizen. You don't belong here.
But what are you going to do about it? Government powers are so
I'm
big.
going to continue
You're
to
not-
do my show and create awareness about this.
That's great. But in the meantime, we've got millions and millions coming here from other countries, third world, whatever you want to call it. They're coming here and they're taking jobs and they're killing production. Okay?
They're actually not killing production.
They're not?
No. Production's not a problem.
Production's not manufacturing and production is
No.
not a problem here?
No, not when you can get migrants who are used to making $2 a week come here and make $15 a fucking hour. No, we do not have a production problem. We have a government problem.
This is the point I just said. What my point is,
There's
all
no
from the-
production problem.
from
We
the
do not have a
beginning.
problem producing materials here.
No,
of
we do
any
not.
kind.
No, and the greatest. The chips are made here. They're designed. They're the best in the world. Our country makes it, but then we ship it the production to China to save on costs. So, but what my point is that it comes down to the legal deal of it all. If you can have legal stipulations, but if they're allowing people to come across without implementing the legal stipulations, why is it their fault that they're coming over? I'd walk over too if I lived in a disgusting place, wherever it is. I would get on a boat. I'd try to make a better life for my family. It's not their fault. The gates are open. They're going to come
Never blame
across.
them.
Our country
I've
has failed
never
us.
blamed them.
Our country has failed us.
I've never blamed them.
Yeah.
I don't blame anybody for wanting a better life. I've never blamed a migrant for wanting a better life ever in my life. In fact, I support that thought
But
process.
blaming them is
I'm
is-
not.
is
I
ac-
just said 3 times
is actually
in a row.
it actually
I'm not blaming
it
them.
actually is blaming them.
I'm not blaming
It
them.
is actually blaming them because they're only doing what they feel they should to
Fucking
better their
ridiculous.
lives.
This is exactly that. No.
Yes.
No.
That's
You
blaming
don't
them.
have you know what? You can't go into Mexico
Right.
illegally and own real estate. You cannot. I can't jump the. First of all, nobody's jumping the border from America to go live in Mexico unless you're some.
So who do you blame?
It's not about blame. I blame the government for the behaviors.
Right.
But Diana, I cannot go to Mexico. You cannot go to Poland. You cannot go to Germany. You cannot go to Italy. You cannot go to Africa. You cannot go to Switzerland. And you cannot just show up there and become a citizen.
Right, because their laws are strong.
You cannot own real estate in Mexico.
because their laws are strong.
Right.
Right. But if they aren't, I will go buy property if I want to then because
You
I
can't
can.
buy property in
Because-
Mexico
Right.
unless you have dual citizenship.
Mr. Bailey says we should just say I love you, honey, and be good.
Well, I mean, this is ridiculous.
No, it's really not.
It is. You're not.
It's sad. It's not ridiculous. Aw, it's okay, babe. I love you. Are you okay? And all because you couldn't get a Blockchain Coalition song to play. This is
You sound like Kamala Harris now.
No, I am far
you're
from
gonna
Kamala
blame
Harris.
this conversation on a Blockchain Coalition song?
no.
That's like Kamala Harris saying I ran out of fuel in my
Now
plane,
I'm
so I
blamed,
couldn't
and
get
now
to the
you're
border.
saying that I'm Kamala Harris.
You just
really?
blamed this whole conversation on a Blockchain Coalition.
Because that's where it
song.
started.
No.
Because you couldn't get the song to play.
It had nothing to do with fucking migrants. Nothing. You brought up that old thing.
I did. I have,
Okay.
and I have an opinion too, so it matters.
Okay, but I love opinions
Mm-hmm.
if they're rooted in some fucking sense of rational thinking. An opinion, you know what you can do with opinions? Most opinion, you wipe your ass with them, and you'll still get shit on your hands. They gotta make sense. They gotta make sense. I am with you, and this is where people get weird. I am with you. If you want a better life in America,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Do like my great-grandfather who came here from Italy. You come back then you went to Ellis Island. Oh, yeah.
Because you were forced to go to Ellis Island. Now they're not being forced to do anything but walk across, come to our communities.
That's where the problem lies.
All right, I'm done with this.
You're
I'm
not,
done
you're
with
not
this.
making sense.
Yes, I am, because you're putting the blame on the people for coming here.
Yes. You don't
No.
have a right to come in.
No, you can't.
Yes. You
No,
don't.
you
know
can't.
you don't have the
And
right
we're
to
gonna
come
keep,
in.
Hey, you know what? Yin and yang right now.
No,
we're
no.
not
Fuck
working on
those people. I say fucking shoot missiles at all of them. Done.
Awesome.
You don't have they all know they do not have a legal right to be here.
They all know it.
They all know it.
When Joe Biden says, come
So
on.
they're willing
come
to
on.
break the
no,
law.
when our president says,
That's
come
where the
over,
problem lies.
then you can't blame the people is my point.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
Well, if you got any moral construct at all,
But if
you
you're
won't
talking,
break the
wait,
law.
you're talking third world. They don't have that kind of intellect.
Well, okay, how about
No,
all
wait,
these fucking shines
oh.
who go down Michigan Avenue
Now-
and hold on
no,
and
finish
break
that.
into a fucking Macy's and take up the $900 worth of things?
Because they don't have the educational
Because they don't have the
intellect,
moral construct
which
to do
comes
the right
with
thing.
education and upbringing, and a part of your environment is what you learn. They don't have it. That's where we failed in every aspect, along with the school systems. Don't put the you can't blame them for not having the intelligence that they didn't have the opportunity, so it's their fault.
They know
Now they're
it's
being-
illegal.
They know. How do you know that they all are aware that
Because
it's illegal?
everybody lives somewhere in this world. And they know those people in South America who are coming here, which is a lot of them. Only 11% of the people coming across the border from Mexico. You can't go.
What percentage
you
is
can't
coming?
go from
What-
Colombia. Listen
what
to me.
percentage?
You cannot
Hold on.
go into fucking Belize.
What percentage is coming across the border from Mexico?
11%.
And you're going to say that those 11% know what the other population knows about legal rights?
No. My point is, yes, of course they do.
They
because
do?
they know they can't go from Brazil to Belize. You're not allowed to do it. You will go directly to jail.
That's all they know then. They come here because they're invited to come here.
Right, Joe Biden
So
fucked
if-
that whole thing up.
So if I was Kamala Harris, I'd put a stop to it. I would secure the border. So don't put me in that. Do not ever put me in that to diminish how I feel about it.
Don't.
I don't get how you feel about it. I
Right.
don't even understand
If you
it.
don't get how I feel, then don't put me in a corner and call me Kamala Harris.
Well, no, be clear about your feelings.
Well, I'm more clear than Kamala Harris has ever been in the last 5
No,
minutes.
quite frankly, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're just saying because people want a better life, they can come
The only
here.
thing Kamala and I
That's
have
what
in
Kamala's
common,
saying.
the only thing her and I have in common is that we don't go to the border. I haven't been to the border, and I'm not going to the border because I don't want to die like those other people did trying to cross it and going in. Okay? So that's the only.
But you're willing to let all these fucktards
no, I'm not.
in here.
Why am I willing to? Why would you say that?
Because of your conversation. Well, they want a better
What am I
life.
gonna do? I'm willing to allow them here. What am I gonna do to stop them? What am I going to
Vote.
do? Really? Did you vote?
Yes.
How come they're still coming in then? You don't make sense right now. You're not making sense. Stop it. I voted. I utilized my right. So did you. They're still coming. Now what?
Bomb the fucking border.
Yeah, that's not going to
I know,
happen.
it's not reasonable.
So we need
but
to really come up with some logical solutions to stuff.
You got to get rid of Biden and Kamala.
Well, hopefully that he's going to be a one term like Lightfoot was. Hopefully people wake up. Wake up. You can only push this so many times on coffee in the morning. People need to wake up, man. This is, I hear so many people going, I'm gonna be dead. I don't care. And then I hear young.
I
hear
feel
young.
that way.
I hear young
I don't
people.
give a fuck
I hear
anymore.
young people going, it doesn't affect me. You know what? And then there's us middle age, middle class. It's all affecting us. And we're taking on all of the grunt, all the stress of everything. You guys all need to be coherent to what's going on.
Oh, come on, man. Listen,
on,
there is an
man.
entire generation of parents who fucking spoiled their fucking kids and turned them
26%
into fucking little retards.
26%
who can't even wipe their own asses at 30 years old, still living with their fucking parents. This
Cook
country's
County,
a fucking
the
mess.
Cook County rate. To
I'll
go,
be dead.
the-
I don't give a
in
fuck.
Cook,
I
right.
hope this. You know what?
See, this
At
is
the
this
end
is
of the
terrible.
day, I don't give a fuck.
Cook
I'll be dead.
Cook County only had
guys are all aggravating me.
20% of the people that lived in Cook County came out to vote.
That's always the case.
No,
what's
it's not.
what's the highest? 32?
It was just 29 a couple years ago. That's a lot.
Please.
Please.
People don't vote that much.
You just said get out and vote. You just said that to me.
They don't. I'll be dead soon. I don't give a fuck. All you fucking dick beaters can deal with this fucking
Okay,
bullshit
this
later.
is what I just said. How could you say that when you have grandchildren? You have to give
Well,
a fuck.
I can't.
You
There's
have to.
nothing I can do. My grandchildren aren't old enough to vote. I can't control what my kids do.
But we take on the stress, right? Right? All of us.
I'm not fucking stressed. I don't give a fuck
Yes, you
anymore.
are stressed, or we wouldn't be talking about it. Yeah.
Listen, the country is fucked. It's fucked. We're fucked. Guess what, guys? We're fucked. We're fucked. And
So we're never going to talk about it again. Just let it happen. Just let it go.
well, when you only got 32%
matter.
of the population, of the adult population who actually goes to the polls, and now you don't fucking like the price of fucking gas and ground beef, fuck you. You built this for yourself. Fuck off. I don't care. I'm going to be 58 years old. Maybe I got 5, 6, 7 years left in my life. I don't give a fuck. I hope you all choke on your stupidity because this is fucking ridiculous.
All right, stop that.
No, I
Yeah.
just don't. I really don't care that much anymore. I mean, I like talking about the issues because they're interesting and they're topical. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what happens to the rest of America at this point because they fucked it up so far and so poorly, and our kids are so fucking stupid today. Stupid, worthless.
Oh, stop that.
They're worthless. You can't even go and get you can't even go to McDonald's and get your fries hot anymore. I mean, it's just madness. Nobody has any concern for their job. They don't do it well. Everybody's just like self-entitled. Fuck this. Fuck it. I don't care.
Discipline.
Oh, discipline. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
This is this country's turned into a fucking pile of shit.
The manager at Culver's.
It's like
Poorly
it's like
trained.
parents going, "Oh, I want my kids to have a better life than I had." Well, you had a pretty good life. You're not dead, and you grew up, and you're fat. Clearly, you've been eating. So, how much better than food and not dead do your kids need to be? How about your kids wake up, get a fucking job, you tell them to get good grades or they don't get to keep their car, and fucking send them on their way and make them go to fucking school. And if they don't want to, fine. You got to do something. And if you don't want to do
Hey,
something,
you don't have to
don't
shout.
fucking, huh?
You don't have to shout.
I
to get
fucking,
your-
well, all of a sudden now I don't have to shout.
You-
You gotta be.
No, you don't.
No, my parents.
But why are you shouting about it? Can't you
'cause
just
it's-
talk?
Because I'm passionate.
That-
Oh, that's not. Oh, I
You
can't.
can-
Oh, you're gonna tell me I can't be how passionate I can be?
you could be passionate and not have to scream like you're
I'll
doing.
do what I fucking want. I've been doing this show for fucking 10 years. Now all of a sudden I gotta change it?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, you do.
not
A
happening.
little bit.
Nope. Not on Sunday morning coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
When?
that's the one show that Dino said I can be an asshole.
No, it's the one show you should not be.
It's the Dag Show.
All right. It's time to go.
Fine. Wake up,
I
America.
love you.
You raised a bunch of fucking pussies the last fucking generation and a half. Pussies. Pussies.
Well, because they are. Bleeds over into
Gen Xers shouldn't.
you're a
People are
product.
having kids too late.
You're a product.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
product of your environment. Snap
Right.
out of it. Take a look in the mirror, and if you see something happening around you that you don't like, i.e., like your children's behavior, you have done something
Stand
wrong.
up to the
You have,
educational
because
system.
you know what, your grandparents, my parents, if anybody stepped in, it would be a lot different, like it used to be. So you know what? I'm sorry. They need to take responsibility, but I don't put the full blame on them. That's my point. Take responsibility and look in the mirror. It's your fault. Love you all. Have a great day. Tune in next Sunday for some more ranting. The Dag Show with Dag and Di. See, I said I loved you twice, and you can't even say that. You're so angry. I don't understand you.
I love you too. Aggravate me.
You love it.
Let's see. If
All right, you want to get off your phone?
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
We love you.
Love you. And
The following show contains
thank
language
you
and situations that
to
may be
Ron
offensive to
Thomas,
most people.
Tony Engel,
The views portrayed in the
Blockchain
following program are
Coalition,
solely the views of the Dag
1096,
and/or
Dino
guests of the Dag
Manzella,
Show.
Stephen
Anthony
Mueller.
Malchio-
Anger,
Anthony
disgust,
Malchiotti,
hurt,
Sam Marini,
outrage,
everybody,
shock,
Ron
antagonize,
Modis,
annoy, nauseate, and occasionally
so many
disgruntle
people,
listeners.
and
Do not use the Dag Show
as
if you're
we
allergic to
tighten
the
this
Dag
up,
Show or any ingredients of
all
the
the
Dag
credits
Show.
will be running.
Please use discretion while
Thank you
listening
so
to the
much
Dag
for all
Show
your
around
Thanks,
the
Di.
contributions.
I really love that you're here.
Thank you for all your support
Retired
from all the
city
followers
workers,
and
persons
supporters,
named
and
Tom,
Steve,
Olympic cyclist, your mother's
Wozniak,
ass, third shift Amazon workers,
Kick-Ass
and
Sign.
or past members of the Mormon
Just
Tabernacle
remember.
Choir. If you have any problems listening to the following show, shove them. No one cares. Because he's the Dag, and you're not.
Hold on, I gotta tag some people!
We'll be back here next week.
Have a great week.
I hope your week sucks. You wake up and smell the fucking coffee and see what's happening. Your week. My poor children. They make sure that I get them a brand new Honda Accord when they're 11. They have the best life ever. I'm going to send them to a public school and let the teachers indoctrinate them and tell them that transgenderism is good. Love you all. Be good to one another.